And we're finally back. I checked to see if the items were worth anything. The demon hide gloves? Useless. The normal javelins? Useless. The main javelins? Not so useless. So what did I do? Yeah. I imbued them. I didn't record that because I was luck manipulating my ass off. And then I realized, hey, the rest of my equipment sucks too. And so, through gambling, I luck manipulated and luck manipulated and luck manipulated. But eventually, at the cost of my entire freaking stash worth of gold, I now have this. Yeah. I have pretty much a full set of new equipment for both me and my merc. The only thing that's missing is I don't have a new armor, and my merc isn't getting a new spear just yet. But for the rest, I have pretty much an entire set of new equipment. It's Ral or Tal, this. I also checked to see what I'm going to have to do with this. I just bought a few arrows for shits and giggles. I need Tear, Tal, Tear I can get with an L rune. Actually, I just quickly pop over to the counters and get that. While I keep talking. The Tal rune I, well, you know, have. The rune I'm gonna have to craft, and as it so happens, the rune is the next step up from full, so I need another full rune to get an rune. Fuck off. Oh wait, that's... Oh, red switch. I got better stuff. I think one of those two just shot a fire or ice ball or whatever. I don't know. Anyway. The lock manipulation, well... Unless you're really, really lucky, 1,000,000 gold is not going to get you the items I got. Is that cheating? Maybe. In truth, I don't really care. If I hadn't lock manipulated, I'd just have grinded in Act 5 until I gathered all the money to buy it, and I'd have made you watch that, and that would have taken forever. Do you really mind?
Stay a while and listen.
If you do, just go back to Act 5, Act 3, and watch that over 50 times. Then you'll know what it would have been like. Anyway. So it is... I didn't get an L rune, but that'll also do. Yeah. My money here. Yeah. I am freaking broke. One last thing I want to check before I go to my equipment.
Good afternoon.
Because I like cock teasing you guys. Notice that this Greater Mana Potion is costs 500 gold. We will now go to Act 4, Pandemonium Fortress.
What do you need?
This Greater Mana Potion is costs 500 gold. The same, including me not speaking properly. And for some reason, apparently potions in this act costs twice as much gold. They do? I don't know if they do. Apparently they don't. Whatever. I'm now going to finally, next to Larzook, equip my fucking shit. First, we have this. Gauntlets, which have plus skill to javelin and spear skills. I didn't even know that was possible, but there you have it. We're gonna replace these. Yoink.
What do you need?
Sell these. These are the ones. Yes. Next, I have this ring, which, as you can see, does not have a lot of resists. I'll tell you why in a moment. It's basically just an improvement over this ring. Goodbye. Next, we have this. This is actually for my merc, which replaces this thing. It does decrease its attack power, but
I'll put that to good use.
that gives him some extra health, some extra defense, and he doesn't need that strength. For reference, mercs do not... Act 2 mercs do not gain anything from having strength over 100, unless they need it for equipment. The next point where they get anything out of strength is when they pass over 200 strength. And in my case, it's going to take a while. Anyway. We have this, the unique Greaves, the tier haunch. As you can see, it has 20 fast run, walk, and all resist plus 10. And a bunch of stuff. The plus 2 vigor would have been nice if I were a paladin, but what do you know? I'm not. Do not add sockets to that thing. Jesus. Next we have this. My new circlet. Plus 1 to all skill, all resist, and some other stuff. It is going to replace this, which has some poultry shit, and I don't give a shit. Goodbye. Next we have this downright awesome ring. Bunch of resist. Apparently you can't get resist all on a ring. At least I didn't manage. But yeah, Russet Ring of Gheed in Act 5. What a joke. Anyway, let's move this over here. Next we have... I need a thing actually. Remember this perfect ruby? We're going to use it. I have my new armor for my merc. I don't even have the strength to carry it. I'm gonna have to pump my strength in a moment. This thing is, well, it's the best I got. And that's saying a lot. Now, you'll notice it has 2 sockets. I'm pretty sure someone who hasn't played this game is thinking, hey, can you put stealth in it? No. Rune words can only go in socketed items. This is a rare item with sockets. I know, it sounds the same, there's a difference. Point is, this armor's text, where it says ancient armor, is yellow. This armor's text is grey. Grey can hold rune words. Yellow, or anything else really, cannot. Simple. Yes, I did make that mistake first time I tried to make stealth. That was embarrassing. Anyway, we're gonna put this ruby in it, which is gonna add 38 life to it. Like so. It now increases life by another bunch. Once I get another perfect ruby, I'll shove it in here, but yeah, I don't have it at the moment. That is going to replace this. Level 3 Frost Nova is a giant joke. And that is going to...
I'll put that to good use.
Yeah. That's going to pump his stats a bit. Goodbye. Next, we have the Maiden Javelins. This stack of javelins. Oh god, luck manipulating this was a bitch. Anyway, it has replenishes quantity, so this has it also. But it also has +2 to spear skills. That is because it naturally has +1 to javelin and spear skills. But I also got a mod which adds another +1 to it. You can get +1 to all Amazon skills on this. But good fucking luck getting that and something respectable. I tried, oh god, it broke me. But yeah, that increases that nicely. Next we have this downright awesome amulet. That 5% bonus to attack rating, by the way, is indeed a percentage. It's not just 5, which would be nothing. And I honestly don't care for the extra poison resist, really, because this gives me 30 and this gives me another 50. But it is in fact useful. Oh, and a plus 1/5 to light radius. I guess I could show it a little better in Act 1. If it were night. I think it is. When I put this on, it lights up. No, it is not necessary in any respect, but there you have it. So yeah. That was a really, really awesome amulet, but alas...
Welcome back, my friend. We're still clearing the monastery, but you're welcome to stay here as long as you need.
Yeah, I just spent hours here. I spent over 2 days here. Goodbye, awesome amulet. You were awesome. Lastly, we have this, which fills in a few holes in my resists. Namely, cold resist. I checked, and cold resist definitely was my weakness, so this makes up for it. It replaces... seriously. Plus the stamina. Goodbye. So there you have it. That is my new set of equipment. That gives me a whole lot. This gives me plus 1 to Javelin and Spear. This gives me plus 2 to Javelin and Spear. This plus 1 to all skills. This plus 1 to all skills. So that's... yeah. That's a lot. Also try to remember that I spent like 1,000,000 gold on it. Well over 1,000,000. Because that's going to make this thing here really, really funny. Depending on who you ask. Anyway, I've ranted enough. You'll note that my skills all here are much higher. This is actually above 20 right now. I should point out, skills raised by plus the skill don't give the receives bonuses from. You see here that Plague Javelin receives a bonus from Poison Javelin. That only counts if I put a point into it like this. If I could. The points added by plus skills, it doesn't do that. What I don't know... no, it just receives bonuses from. It doesn't work that way. Anyway. What this basically means is that I'm now exponentially more powerful. Oh yeah. One thing. You'll know what my resistance is? Resistances. If I take off this shield, they stay there despite them being lowered by what, 50. You want to be able to do that before going into Nightmare. You have to. Anyway. In the event that no one died listening to me yammering on for so long, here's me throwing a Plague Javelin into some flying demons and killing them horribly. Well, all those plus of skills certainly didn't help my peers. Where is the... oh god, it's way the fuck over there, ain't it? He's still getting his ass kicked, seriously? Keeping that merc alive, you can give him the best equipment you can find and he will still die. Of course, these guys, they really hurt. Now that was a beautiful pierce right there. Ring. I'm sure that guy can use a health potion. Let's see. Wow. Awesome. Yeah. Pierce now has a 42% chance of activating. Smoked sphere. Okay. Yeah, we have to get moving. What was I doing again? Ah, yes, I didn't turn that in? Yeah. Apparently I didn't turn that quest in, but at this point Anya will personalize an item. And that means she'll just, you know, name it. Instead of Eagle Grip, it'll say Amos Eagle Grip or something. It is useless. I guess it's nice to do if you have a very good item you'll never get rid of, but... yeah. It doesn't change its stats or anything, it's just aesthetics. Thank you. Glacial Trail? Well, here's an evil urn. Cold enhanced, immune to ice. Cold. Yeah, these guys... they do resist cold, obviously. And if you have a cold enhanced boss like this, they're outright immune to it. He's outright immune to it. If you rely on cold damage, it's a bit of a problem, but... well... poison. Besides which, if you rely on a single element, you're going to be screwed. Thank you. Come here. Hey! Snow Yetis! This one's also cold enhanced and immune to cold. You know what, Valkyrie would be much more awesome if she wasn't frozen like that. Oh right, bosses do that. Die. Nope. Oh wait, sell that. I could put that in my Merc's armor, but I'd rather have him not die. Or die less, at least. Frick. You need some help, buddy. Thank you. I want to find a waypoint. That I want. Is it worth it? Nope. Come on, guys, I just glorified Re-Dead. This way. Where does that lead? Yes, the frozen tundra. This is where we have to go. Rather, we have to go past this and somewhere else. But there is a waypoint here somewhere, and I want to find that. What's a brawl going on here? Feel more skillful. That gives me another plus 3 all, I think. It's only temporary, of course. But skills are important. Ah, right, levels. Strength. And Valkyrie. stupid imps. Or demon trickster. Tricker. Whatever, you're dead. What is that? Oh, it's a sword. Sorry, game, I'm not using a sword. Protagonist, I'm still not using a sword. Hey! Yes, those things go somewhere, and yes, they are vital to something. But I'll get to that after I get the waypoint, and probably next next session, because I have some Oblivion stuff to check. Great idea, stupid. Teleport from a poison cloud into a poison cloud. That will help. It does help me. So I guess it does indeed help. Way too many of these. Yeah, seriously. They tried that. Why are they still doing that? Didn't I quite thoroughly demonstrate that doesn't work? I seriously remember that the last person, well, demon that tried that was Shank the Overseen. And I completely annihilated him. Hey, I see waypoint.